Good afternoon, everyone. I have a message of the day. I have a union read and I have a twin flame read. We're going to roll the die. We're going to pull oracle cards at the end. First, let's go ahead and take our 3 deep breaths. Another deep breath. And one more deep breath. I'm seeing a petal of the flower of life. So we're going to roll the die first. I'm going to show you the pictures, and then we're going to get right into the message of the day. For the twin flames, we have, again, Jupiter, which came up yesterday. We have 11, which is justice, truth, and balance. It's also November, which is Scorpio and Sagittarius, and also we have the symbol for Cancer here. And also 69 is the Ace of Pentacles, which is an offer of a new life of perfect contentment. All right, so again, good luck with truth and justice on the 11 of the visionary and the season of Cancer, which we're still in. And today is the 16th, which is the Tower, and the day adds up to 28, which is the twin flames. So we have twin flame epiphanies, twin flame sudden events, twin flame sex perhaps for some. And this is the energy of the day today, choosing that new path suddenly. And actually I woke up at 9:18, which is my birthday this morning, and I was getting immediately Frosty the Snowman saying, "Happy birthday!" And yeah, let's get into the message of the day. I want to show you the pictures first. All right. So for the union read today, and for those of you not familiar, this is the Syrian Starseed deck. We have the 4D down here, 5D and 6D, Divine Feminine on the left, Divine Masculine on the right, the bridge between the middle, the incoming Divine Feminine, the outgoing Divine Masculine, the underlying energies, and the closing energies. And then we have the main read in front of you, the 7-deck read. This is the main deck, the Syrian Starseed deck. And then we have the full read in front of you, the 7 decks. It's a lot of information, so if something doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. It is a general reading. If you want something more specific, my information is below, as well as on my website, twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn, Stainthorpe, if you want to check it out. And then we have the message of the day, which is the Lenormand Reverie deck here. Okay, and is there anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay, so let's get right into the read of the day, or the message of the day, and I'm going to abbreviate that as MOTD, which is like Messenger of Truth, Divine. This was done at 10:49 this morning. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, 49 is the Get Your Wish card, the 9 of Cups. I take a deep breath. The underlying energy was the Fox, which has been coming up a lot. And I'm getting sometimes that the Fox is Trump and what he's doing behind the scenes, leaving the anchor behind. And the first card out was the Polar Bear, pushing the loving man or the Divine Masculine to take a risk due to their good luck, or to just blow on the die and roll, right? Make their wish and roll. Both blessing and burden. The loving lady with time and good face, like a Madonna thing. Time not what it seems, with the entrance to the spirit world with multiple faces. Maturing twin bridges, old and wise versus tattered and torn. needing to take a closer look, a checkup, a testing, with many confused on which lane to be in, to navigate through during Cancer subconscious, with the pin pointing at the mid-moon cycle, and then again tomorrow 7/17, which is the mid-moon, which also adds up to 29 tomorrow, which is the now moment. Into Leo, becoming more dicey, sun and fun and exposure, home and union and good luck, but the family tree with a cross to bear or bury. Wise counsel or more serious conversations with loving lady about direction, or the fun house, or three faces of Eve. Collapsing all timelines and masks, one in one-to-one loving connections. Collapsing all timelines and masks in a one-to-one loving connection and riding the rainbow of spiritual twin bridges with the keys to freedom, inspecting the nest or delivery. Loyalty to getting back on their path to hopes and dreams and our galactic friends. The sun very star-like, impulsing, the moon doing weird things, asking for a lead, or take the dog for a walk and look up. Annoyances exposed or during daylight hours from the establishment in charge of home and garden with family history and a mountain to climb. The block before the ring of fire on 8/8, the commitment in the ring of trust, legalities, etc. coming up, or family trust. A snake in the garden pointing to false timelines to decipher more clearly your spiritual connection. 3D versus 5D, the mask versus spirituality and maturity and peace. Discernment in cracking secret codes on the spiritual journey of good news and leading by example. The open book test. Twins with key by document, journaling, communication to the young, or a child who needs to examine their nest, or perhaps have it inspected. Look up and in for the golden egg, the child within, the abundance and free flowing, loyally making their way to 0 point, the vortex and peace, each staying in their own lane, making choices by following their guidance, their loyal lead, 2 and 1 as co-creation at 11:28, which is justice and the twin flames, with stars and the moon at night, meditation and opening doors at 11:29 in the now moment of justice or truth and balance is rest, taking a break, meditating, 5D connect, tweet with community about union and gardens and plants and how the burdens are actually gifts and in disguise, gifting angry man who won't show his face with secret commitment, 2 wise owls and a loving lady, and then a breakthrough with time-space kundalini and continuum, collapse, multiple faces or false connection and separation with a power lady, cutting the wheat from the chaff. The power lady impatient after spiritual ride through Akashics, cracking the whip with rod and staff unions with buried twin bridges, now freed and released by a letter, document, communication, or journal of spaceship, remote travel, and traveling over the mountain ranges where the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain, traveling to public places, parks, to nest with child or inner child and magnify nature, navigating through, allowing the universe to take the lead, to abundance where the fish are healthy and the well water is clean, and then anchoring down in other dimensions, free to explore and choose and rise without being tied down in ascension. So while the mother bear is pushing her son, perhaps matchmaking going on there as well, or just reading or reaching out to them, the father fox is making plans behind the scenes, and then Essenes were coming up. S, or Sophia, scenes. Power men and power lady making breakthroughs behind the scenes, secretly impatient for the ships to land publicly, with tools for cleaner water, where fresh meets salt. Ahoy matey, Evelyn salt. Angels jolly. Fresh and salty emotions clash for wave breakers, breaking in of the tides, so to speak. So there is your message of the day. So now we're going to go into the union read, which is a pretty quick one, and then right into the twin flame read. Okay. All right, so this was done at 9:25 last night. 9 is the Hermit, 25 is the Knight of Wands. The union for the 4D, 5D, and 6D on 7/16/21, which is today, 16 being the Tower and the day being the 28, and the underlying energy being transition, the central energy being the 6 of Wands or the journey, and then the closing energy being the 10 of Swords. So there's endings on either side regarding it can be whatever you choose it to be. Do you want it to be painful, or do you want it to be transitioning through the portal and then bliss on the other side, on the journey? Transition portal to lead the way, allowing the divine masculine's pain to end. Now get this, on the divine feminine side, literally 3 4s and then another 4 on the 4D level. So she's got 4 4s in a row. She has mastered major survival on this planet. She doesn't have to deal with survival or karma anymore, period. 4 4s is 16, which is the day today, the sudden event, the epiphany, the sexual energy, the incoming divine feminine wishing on a star, from rock in a turbulent sea, at home in the castle, the divine masculine's heart, in the crystal bat cave, stewing, survival here, death and dying, 2 flames raising their flags in surrender. In the 4D is the 4 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Moon. The divine feminine thinking about the beach, perhaps. The divine masculine coming down off of their bubbling emotions during Cancer season, bridging with the Knight of Pentacles proposal with crystal in hand and Greece in mind. The 5D here is the Karma, 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles. Divine feminine forgiveness, debt forgiven, and again here's coming up karma, debt done. The divine masculine sovereign in the Garden of Eden, Emus or Christmas or feminine Christmas in July, with the wise owl bridging with good news, the journey and leading the way. The 6D here is the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. The divine feminine ending a big emotional cycle of sadness and lack of fulfillment, or perhaps stuttering. The divine masculine with a breakthrough, a diamond in the rough spot, bridging in the divine feminine's heart in the E-Tower, transition to bliss in 6D-ness, which is the dimension of manifestation. The divine feminine with rest, meditation, and 5D connect to announce, forgive, and open crown to a happy ending. The divine masculine with lunacy at night, sovereign and starting a new life, the bridge being the Knight of Pentacles, riding in to the divine feminine's heart. The outgoing divine masculine is the 6 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. Peace, or of diving deep, phoenix rising to be in the present moment with their flame in bliss. The divine feminine with Scorpio and Aquarius on their side and his heart, the divine masculine with Cancer on his side and the sovereign, and between them is the Knight of Pentacles on the journey to her heart. The number that came up from this union read is 75, which is the 7 of Pentacles, which is the divine feminine's heart, in the E-Tower at Emus, Christmas in July. All right, so we have the horizontal pillars are 28, 15, and 32, which is the twin flames or the 2 of Wands, the devil and the journey. And the vertical pillars, so I'm getting them confused because they both have both. The vertical pillars are 4, 4, and 4, like I told you, and then another 4, but it added to 14 in that column. 13, 10, 6, 7, and 13. So over there we have triple emperors, temperance, death, the wheel, lovers, the chariot, and then another death card there, or transition. So the message came up as the twin flames shadow journey through the divine feminine's heart. And the other end was the angels of triple 4s. It's very much angelic realms. The emperor times 3, or exponentially. The emperors times 3, or not plus, emperor plus emperor is just 2 emperors, right? But emperor times 3 is exponentially Trinity. Try the show of power in gratitude. Try Nai Tai. The angels, or the emperors times 3, in temperance or death, wheel, lovers, the chariot, and more death or transition. The emperor with grounding and integrating and mastering of love, as the angels sing, ah, in that moment, singing a higher love in transition of destiny. Lovers ascend through the portal of the divine feminine's heart. The emperor grounding and integrating the mastering of love, patient transitioning, destined Knight of Pentacles, transforming the divine feminine's heart. And then I was getting Gladys Knight and the Pips was coming up again. I'd rather live in his world than live without him in mine. Okay, so that was coming up. And Spirit's connecting with me very intensely. And then I was getting, remember that the 4 fours, oh, how cool that's coming up. The movie I watched last night was The Sum of All Fears. The 4 fours is the sum of all fears, the tower moment, the unexpected. So we have 4 of 4 of 4 of crystals or crystals or being Christ-like, purging. And the beach, and I was getting the bit, that life's a bitch also. And the beach, life is a beach between land and sea, right? The space between, right? The meeting zone. The emperor mastering heart and mind, the land and sea. Texting, then information about the divine masculine, dealing with their independence and being the best person or the best man they can be. The divine masculine getting the hang of going back down under, right, doing the purging work, while his lady is on a rock staying dry. She is grounding as he rises from the ashes, with, remember, ash means bright lights in Pleiadian. She in his heart, and he with gift of bliss at the moment. And this was right at 10 o'clock, which is triple zeros, backing up the 1 of the magician embodiment, and a turn for the better of the 10. All right, so there's your union read, really beautiful today. The Syrian Starseed deck was cut and dealt at 10:08, which has always been a special date for me. I don't know why. 10 and 8, 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and 8 is that inner strength, outer strength, the dance between the masculine and feminine, and the manifestation of your dreams. You know, being done with the 4 of manifestation of survival. Now we're manifesting our dreams, getting karma out of the way. We have 1026, good catch came up, which is the 10 of the wheel and the 26 of the Page of Wands, the inspired young man. And then I finished clarifying this read at 1033, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the Christ vibration of standing up for yourself without being defensive. And the major arcana that came up in this read that's in front of you now, the Strength card, abundance, the Tower, higher self. Abundance is the Empress, by the way, and then the Reason or the Emperor, they're both theirs in this read today. And then Karma, which is the Judgment card. Before the read, we had the Chariot, and after the read, we had Guidance, which is the Hierophant, and the Great Wheel of Fortune. And then we had two cups, 1 wand, 1 pentacle, 1 sword. So it's 2111. 21 is the world of endings, and 11 is truth and justice again. And then we have the Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles as the main players in the read. Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles. By the way, they're both reversed. And we had double ones, which is 11, or justice. We have double 5s, which is the Ace of Swords, truth, or Excalibur. We have the 77 of the Sovereign. And being in your power. 77 is the 9 of Pentacles. We also have the main numbers in this read, though, were number 2, which is the High Priestess, and the 55. Those were the main players of the Truth and the High Priestess, which is your psychic abilities, right? And being able to hold your secrets. And exploring your psychic abilities with the 12 of the 15 of the Devil, which is the shadow side, the 12 of the Hangman, the 23 of the King of Wands, the 35 of the Wounded Warrior, the 56 of being in your knowing and keeping your energy clear into yourself until it's ready or matured enough to come out, the 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, and then the 79 of the Pot of Gold at the end of the rainbow. We also have 57 here, which is that 3 of Swords. So the code line is all about the happy ending, or the happily ever after, and right, the fairy tale story, and then the 5 is the number on the code line, which is all about change and expansion, of course, and freedom. I've been getting that yesterday and today a lot. Freedom, 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 freedom. So that's coming up big time. And then the C in the code line here. To the nth degree, the C, the DNA of the twins' grief. A step, a week, a degree in the happy ending. To the nth degree, 7.7 liters or 7 quarts, which brings up the 77 of the sovereignty, and the 7 quarters, which is $1.75. A Hebrew dry volume, the total weight of grief, of literature without Ra in it, right? So without God in it, without source energy, what does anything we write mean? The C of DNA, Jacob's ladder, the twin weight of the world, it's worth its weight in gold. The mitosis, the star flower that comes from mitosis of cell splitting, the star and the flower, the now moment, and the happy ending. It's all as one. I was just getting a rant. And rain it. Rain it and rant? Rain it is like a purge and rant. It's like the poetry of the soul, right? Of channeling our higher self, which is what we do when we, become really, when we master things like music, we become one with the music. And that's when you're literally just allowing that higher self to just flow right through you. So we have this underlying energy of the Knight of Cups reversed. And beneath the Knight of Cups reversed was the 3 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, the Divine Feminine's heart, the Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the Chariot, all upright, rather. They're all upright. But the Knight of Cups is reversed on top. So coming together with the Divine Feminine's heart for a new life, hiding from the sun in the Chariot, with all senses on board. The Knight of Cups, perhaps dealing with jealousy and rejection, or just feeling moody in Cancer right now, the temptation is waving with an offer of a new life to union, home, and celebration. Awake and ascending fast. After a release, performing with broken heart and depression, where now the worst is over, and the bliss of the King of Cups, mastering his emotions, walking away from the High Priestess, or the Viking with hook in their third eye, with twin peaks, salt and pepper, olive oil, Middle Eastern restaurant perhaps. And this energy of this Viking priestess, home in secret union, or one or the other, right? So the High Priestess, home in secret union, or the Viking princess with a hook in their third eye and twin peaks with salt and pepper, olive oil, and Middle Eastern restaurant. There's faulty support here, a piece missing, polarized crowns to black and white, olive head between columns or pillars, braces on teeth, a chain reaction, a nuclear reactor below the weed factory, or religious compound or cult. Amish country also coming up here, or mountain community with third rock or triple mountain. So when I put that in, what I got was an April 10th, 2016 event, and this was in France, that was called Triple Mountain, and it was dealing with Mont Blanc, which is White Mountain. That was the Université Savoie, Mont Blanc. And then also Triple Mountain Ranch in Texas came up, which is Clifton, 30 minutes north of Waco. And then the Blue Ridge Mountains of Triple Crown Mountains came up in Virginia, Roanoke. And then Mont Blanc in general came up it's also a German company of writing instruments in Hamburg. But then what also came up was Courmayeur, which was an Olympic site of the Alps, right, where Mont Blanc, or Mount Blanc, which is white, is where France, Italy, and Switzerland all meet. So that's where Courmayeur was for the Olympics. And Mont Blanc, where Italy and France meet Switzerland, which is neutral zone, okay? Which makes sense. So again, the sum of all fears is the 4th. The sum of all fears is the 4th, right? Because we have the 3 mountains coming together where Italy and France meet Switzerland, which is neutral zone, which is the sum of all fears, right? Because it's never just three, because if there's three, then there's also the fourth, which is the sum of all of them together. There's always a fourth, which is like the other side of you. And Spirit's connecting with me. The 1144 is Justice, and the 54 of the Page of Swords. The Hierophant reversed in a broken commitment or fallen religious leader, Viking princess, peeking out with issues at work, and the Empress reversed in detriment or in lack. A hook in their train, but set up, not ready, or scheduling services or sisters' alternative arrangements, or hiding in the rafters. And there also could be wedding dresses here with the hook in the train. So forgiving and learning comes up here, and beneath that was religious factors, which relates to any kind of differences between people. All redheads or all Ninas here, which can just reference, a lot of women, the same gossipers, or multiple generations of women, like the daughter, the mother, and the grandmother. Star depressed. Evil Empress reversed may just be old, and the Divine Feminine is just right, leaning on the truth. In dream state, the 5D, defenseless to unwanted advances, while finding out whose foot the glass slipper fits, and on point. Tickling their own funny bone, while the Divine Masculine with dark goats in his pockets, or just who won't leave his side, one a sleeper, one a joker, and two, misery loves company. And three's company is coming up here. So you need right? When you have two misery loves company, you need that joker, or the one sleeper, right? To break up the monotony there, to break up the tie. We have manifestation of the 8, which again is that inner outer strength, the dance, and the manifestation of dreams. And beneath that was self-love, or 61, taking a risk to love yourself first. At 1210, which is the hangman, and the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, overworking or just not working out. Frustrated and flamed, the Knight of Wands upright, strong, or Leo on a leash, trying to end the nightmare and rise above. Awake and come out at work with the Page of Cups message of love, where X marks the spot. Under floor with 3 different color tiles, perhaps brown, tan, or caramel, and terracotta or rust on a diagonal. At an entrance or in a garden room, as the Page of Cups is going on a treasure hunt while the adult is at work. So it looks like a child is like sneaking around the house looking for something, and it's coming up as under this tile that I just described. A press or lathe down there, hot or on fire, prepared for emergency at night, with sword at his side and time to use it, or key above the kiln, or fancy framework, or at the workplace, or above the fireplace here, and that was at 1221. The Page of Cups and Knight of Cups are home. The Knight of Cups here is reversed, the Page is upright, and the Empress reversed is defenseless and not working out, defenseless to overwork and to manifestation. The underlying energies here of the Most High here is the King of Cups upright and the 9 of Cups upright, getting their wish, perhaps celebrating, or at a chalet or wine country, showing off his culinary talents perhaps. And then moving forward after this read is the Knight, the subconscious, the Cancer season, the split, the divide, the BS of awakening to the fallout due to manipulation, insecurity, or lack of security clearance, and the need for tools, and frustrated, or the Page of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed are exposed. The recent past here is abundance reversed, with suffering and silence without balance, or a sister without balance, in energetic exchange with the Queen of Cups reversed, free from the Queen of Wands reversed, coming out with unhappy family or an ending to an emotional cycle of unhappiness, and the justice of now reaping rewards. The foundation here is the 5 of Wands upright, on a quest, knowing and keeping to self for peace of mind and happy kids, or exposing all through synchronicities. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, being stubborn or refusing to move. The King of Swords upright, receiving an offer of love with regrets or sending condolences. The central energy of the Strength card upright, the Ring of Fire. The Queen of Pentacles upright and frustrated with justice, divorce, or Libra, coming clean or cleaning up the actor's space and separation. With dysfunctional Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, as I lose my voice, the dysfunction of truth, the mailman just dropped the mail off. The dysfunction of the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, or loss, and free from stepsisters or musical groups. So again, Gladys Knight and the Pips were just coming up. So there's some kind of reference to that connection of 3 plus 1. And then 1252 is the Hangman and the 52 of the Queen of Swords, with Virgo reversed, Leo upright, and Libra upright here. The challenge being the 5 of Cups, the grief, the regret, right? Feeling loss or feeling guilt and shame or just not letting go of the past. The regret of poor judgment about competition or competing, fighting, the need to win. The world of the Emperor, the Seal Divine Feminine, or Pisces coming full circle with Emperor, juggling, performing, or distracting from fallen angel, losing patience with Sovereign on a quest, or has others fighting their battles for them. Spies and lovers and obsession of the Knight of Cups reversed, or actually the Knight of Cups. Yeah, the Knight of Cups reversed, happily exposed with sunshine and energetic exchange, coming together in joy, coming clean on the journey to Scrooge from the past. The Queen of Wands reversed and the Empress reversed, or mother and daughter team, that doesn't look so positive right there. And then the now moment here, crowning, is the King of Pentacles reversed, getting taken down off his high horse by the Knight of Swords with the Emperor reversed, making peace with separation from the Page of Cups, or a message of love, or the innocent child. Starting over on journey, leading the way forward, the King of Pentacles reversed may be shocked by the sweet justice of the Page of Pentacles upright, with an opportunity or a student bending over backwards to please them. The King of Cups upright receiving the Knight of Wands, perhaps bipolar after time away or on vacation. Perhaps excited and depressed all at the same time, with Libra upright and Aquarius reversed, an all business relationship that's not working out, and the 3 of Wands situation, coming out about a falling out now that the worst is over, and working hard to get off the fence or close the gate, being strong-armed to look back or remembering how they were treated in the past, with the King of Wands, like a dirty little secret that the Knight of Wands had to rescue. Clinging to the past with the Queen of Wands reversed and the Empress reversed. And soon here coming up is the Tower upright in a sudden event, an epiphany or sex. Recovering from choosing a new direction, getting magnified at night, or as we leave Cancer season, or perhaps California for some, or offer coming from a Cancer and sitting with it a bit, a downturn, a twist of fate, with Libra reversed, defenselessly energies or attacks of the Tower event, and the Page of Cups reversed, rejected or feeling vulnerable, defenseless to the Page of Cups reversed again, twin, or themselves not working. So again, reflecting they're feeling rejected or vulnerable and defenseless to the same, themselves, or their twin. The twin flames are seeing themselves as their higher self, walking away within past dissatisfaction and past not getting their way. Perhaps somebody choked or didn't call or made a bad call and now holding a grudge. Insecure and clingy with the Page of Swords upright, stepping it up and spreading the word about lovers. Getting to know each other, codependency, and give your relationship a chance. And also retreat with wedding that the situation involves marriage and that this was worth waiting for. Around the twins are how they're seen as the 2 of Swords upright, floating on air, in surrender to connection and defensive of an emotional, and the ending of an emotional cycle that's way overdue. And the block here being the Emperor upright in control, right? Needing to control things. The Knight of Cups is reversed and the Page of Cups reversed here too. Rejected and jealous and released, or being let out of prison, whether it's their own mental prison or actual prison, in a happy ending. Perhaps somebody was caught with their pants down in front of the Emperor and the Empress reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, or perhaps that was the Emperor who got caught with their pants down in front of the Empress reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, perhaps making a bad call or a need to forgive, rising above the Queen of Swords reversed and the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, dysfunction, and or loss. At 114, which is the Magician and the Temperance card, or the Angels, that higher love, is the Knight of Wands rescue attempt of Scrooge looking back at the Queen of Wands and the Empress, and the Emperor upright misbehaving. Leading the way in a split from a group, again here's the 3 and 1, which is splitting away from a group, or needing the whole truth before coming together, offering a big love with no guidance, or divorce and downturn, or timing is off for downloads, or time off to reload or restock with an invitation or opportunity, or Page of Pentacles, child, or student, or researcher perhaps. The Knight of Cups reversed, conflicted with their higher self, knowing about their lack of abundance, or Empress reversed, Leo, or she could be egotistical, or going through the ring of fire, and challenged by grief and regret, or sudden events, epiphanies, or sex, with the Emperor, the logical man, and the King of Pentacles reversed, not heeding the call, or with poor judgment as a leader, offering love without guidance, or Taurus and Libra both reversed, coming clean about blocking downloads, or divorce, and bad timing, slowing down the assembly line. The Knight of Cups reversed, after coming together with the Divine Feminine's heart, offering a new life, purging and ascending to get past rejection and jealousies and lack of abundance of the Empress reversed, with the Page of Cups and the Page of Cups upright, the Knight of Cups reversed, competing siblings to be the strongest, perhaps here. I just want to check one card. Yeah, actually they're both reversed. The Page of Cups was upright in the underlying energy, but they're both reversed in the main part of the read. So the Page of Cups is reversed, as well as the Knight of Cups. Competing siblings to be the strongest, perhaps both depressed, perhaps both feeling rejected and vulnerable, and challenged by loss, grief, regret, and shame, and the King of Pentacles reversed being all about money. Higher self and the Tower, sudden events, epiphanies, and sex, with peace of mind, and the Emperor upright, not heeding the call, or the Queen of Swords reversed, Aquarius, isn't, and the King of Wands is leading with love that's overflowing, or offering condolences for a divorce, or to Taurus reversed and Libra reversed, who are cleaning up the act. Okay, so the King of Wands is upright here. King of Pentacles is reversed. All right, let's see what the Oracle cards have to say for us here. Put the bowls away here. All right, so let's go with our Animal Spirit deck here. A crack in the cleaning instrument. Maybe a need to change the way you clear. And let's see what's coming up for the Twin Flames. What is our message from all of this? Take a deep breath. What is it we need to take away from this message today? Being patient. And here's the crow with the tiger and the gazelle and the fourth. So that'll come out in a second. And then there's two more as well. Okay. Okay. So we have the crow, the tiger, and the gazelle. Very different energies. And the bottom of the deck here is, again, that the fire ants, right? Where this is where, you know, it's like the boxing match or the car accident that's too good to pass up, right? which is a very 3D energy there. Beneath it is the hyena, right? Laughing at somebody else's expense. And then we have the half and half moon there, dark and light, the dark side of the moon. That's the underlying energy, right? With Cancer, because Cancer is a very moody season. So here we have the crow, like very spiritual, and look at the colors of the world. You know, this is the rainbow bridge having gone into the collective. But there's still the depression that was in the world as the rainbow bridge came into the collective, pushed out all the dark out into the area around it. So we're kind of feeling this expulsion of the dark energies. That's what I'm getting in the message today. And then here's the tiger, who's got the crescent moon on their third eye. You notice there's some red-orange around the triangle at the top too, which is the symbol for fire. So again, this is the purging, the purification of the lower chakra system that the Divine Masculine's been going through, right? And they're the tigers. This is the white Bengal tiger jumping through the lion's gate. But here we're having them jump through the triangle. And I'm getting like a triangle, like in music, in band or something, where they hit the triangle. A triangulation, the music of the spheres as well. And then the gazelle, which is just pure grace and ease, with the lower chakra energy behind them. And this is like a picture like on the Sahara, you know, of the gazelle sitting in the sun. Sitting in the sun when the wine and the that's seasons in the sun. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but though I can't remember the wine. Is it the wine something? We're just seasons out of time. Goodbye, my love, it's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky and clouds are everywhere. I can't remember all the lyrics, but there's 3 verses. One is to his love, his mother, his love, and his child, and saying, you know, it's hard to die. So it's very much coming up as the splitting of the new earth into the old earth, right? That not everybody's going to stay together, and it's always up to it's their choice though, right? Do you want to go on to new earth, or do you want to stay behind or go into another dimension? So here are the energies of the Bengal tiger through Lion's Gate, but instead of going through the ring of fire, it's coming up as the triangle of fire. Really fiery fire, complete transmutation in the purification of the Divine Masculine to come out in ease and grace. And again, this is the collective, the masculine, and this is coming up as the feminine waiting on the other side, on the Sahara, with the 3D lower chakra system behind them, right? We're talking about the end of karma for the feminine's been dealing with the end of karma for a long time now, but they're coming up that it's like this is complete. It's complete for the Divine Feminine. As the masculine goes through like a quickening through the triangle of fire as opposed to the circle of fire, because it's like extra fiery to really burn through it fast. As the collective awakening happens, and there's a lot of moodiness in the air. Yeah, that's very interesting, the way that's coming up. And then the 4th, right? There's 3 and 1 is like the theme of this read. And there's the dragonfly with the triangle upside down in blue, which is the Divine Feminine energy. And the dragonfly is all about the collapsing into a heart and then pulsating in a heart back and forth, right? Living in your heart is the way of dragonfly mates. I want to say my secret dragonfly mate. What's this? It's kind of coming up like my octopus teacher, my dragonfly mate, to teach me all about how to mate within the heart. And then we have these two coming up. These two came out together. The sea serpent, which is the sacral chakra, so creativity and sex, and again closing the snake, the kundalini, for the rainbow bridge to then go into the collective, which we're seeing already happened over here, but we're feeling all this, so it may not feel like it's transferred and closed, but it is. They're saying it's an this not closing of the seal of the deal is an illusion, that it actually is sealed. And we see all of the higher chakra energy behind this. And the eye is there. Don't worry about it, right? And then here's the wolf again coming in with that look of, you know, of that headlights look, right? Deer in the headlights, shocked, stunned into submission. And notice there's still 3D lower chakra energies behind the wolf. It's like they've been hypnotized. Look closely, look into my eye. They're hypnotized. This is so funny. They're stunned into submission by hypnotism. Or maybe they're doing some past life regression as well to find their issues from childhood, of past life, abuse, abduction, all those kind of things were coming up yesterday, major, for the masculine to clear. It's definitely a quickening because it's a very difficult way to go through it because it's very fast. And then these three, there's more than three, but then the buffalo comes out here, and it's very like magenta kind of colors over here, right? It's like a mama-father at the same time. Like a mama-father bear, but it's a buffalo. Because the bear doesn't have a horn. That's why they're telling me. It's like the horn of the unicorn. It's like a mother-father bear with a unicorn. That's weird. And then we have these four who all came out together. And look how different they are. And there's the unicorn. The unicorn bringing them all together, having to be both the mother and the father as the buffalo, right? To show their presence more, to be more solid, more earthly, more understandable by the 3D human, right? Because not all humans believe in the unicorn. So they bring up the buffalo as the mother-father unicorn. And then here's the deer and the panther and the unicorn and the crocodile. All right, so with every sweet, there's also a sour, right? With every awakened and high dimensional, there's also a very low dimensional reptilian type of energy here, but all standing together as one. And this is a big message because when I did my first past life regression, was it my first one? No, my second past life regression, I was literally getting messages from like Jesus was with John Lennon, but also with Hitler and also with Lincoln. So it's a very interesting combination. So this is coming up as the same kind of thing where both dark and light all stand together as one, where your enemy becomes your best friend. Yeah, very cool message there. Let's see what the journey of love has to say for us. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but we're just seasons out of time. All our lives we've had fun, we've had seasons in the sun. I just keep singing that in my head, and I'm getting major connection here. All right, let's see what the journey of love has to say for you guys. Okay, 3 to 1. How do you like that? After we just were talking about like Gladys Knight and the Pips and the 3 and 1. 3 to 1, which is all in one, right? It's like the 3 Musketeers and the 4th, D'Artagnan. All for one and one for all. And we always accept a 4th into the group. 10 is the turn for the better. And there's multiple, it's not just 2, or 3. There's multiple people here in the vortex here, hanging out, waiting for the others to come. 3 to 1. 3, 2, 1, jump. They're just calmly waiting for the others to arrive. Leave no man behind. All for one and one for all. We have the angel of Jupiter awakening, which is the number 6 of the lovers. And this is like 2 people on their own timelines here, merging together. Because, right, the message also came up, the longer you merge together, like in your own lane, all of a sudden the space between you is no longer there anymore. And you become one. And again, putting the power here within your heart and head. The angel of Jupiter awakening. Oh, and it's like, again, with Evelyn Salt and Angelina Jolie came up with angel and jolly, and here's angel and Jupiter and the lovers. And then there's the ease and grace of the divine feminine, and yesterday it was letting the divine feminine lead the way. And here again is a lot of the energy of the Chokure, putting the power here, her grace, the 17 of the star of hopes and dreams and peace, peace, love, peace and joy, resonance, right? Peace on earth. Reaching your hand out to others, right? Once you've merged together and allowing in, reaching your hand out so others, it's like a lifeline here, taking a grab of their hands so they can pull you in to their world. And there's one more. Oh, there you go. Linda wants to come back again. This is Linda McCartney and Paul McCartney on their record album, Moving In Towards the Vortex, the Dance of the Planets, Showing You the Way, the 56 of the 2 of Swords, being in your knowing and keeping your energy clear so that you're unaffected by all the fray around you. Okay. And then the Christ vibration. So, of course, Jesus had to come and say hello, right? There's no need to sacrifice the 31 of expansion. It can be either conflict and battles and competition, or it can be the pursuit of happiness, of the impossible dream, playing games and acting and having fun. It's always your choice. Okay? So we have Linda and Paul coming up with Jesus here again, because I told you that John Lennon was standing with Jesus and Hitler and Lincoln. So now Paul and Linda are coming up. Well, you know, we're here with Jesus. They're making a joke and it's very funny. Okay. The bottom of the deck is self-initiation. 12 is the hangman, again, of Jesus, and this is the back of the deck. So it's, again, the deck is stacked with Jesus, the hangman, and self-initiation, right? Not expecting others to take responsibility for you. Each person taking responsibility for themselves, of loving themselves first, and that's how we ascend to one for all and all for one, and it's 111 on the clock. And this one's 52, it was just 34, which is the Queen of Swords and the energetic exchange between them, right? The woman of light, let the feminine lead the way. So here she is again, as the feminine leading the way. And that's not just the feminine human, it's the feminine within each of us, both the men and the women. So let the feminine lead the way in self-initiation, which is more peaceful. So and this is also the end of the deck. And the end of karma is coming up major time. And it's saying, if you see the snake not closed around the world, it's an illusion that all the negative energy has just been pushed out of the collective. So we're kind of feeling that energy, which is why Cancer season's been so difficult for us. It's been a really weird, yucky energy some days. So, okay, we have to read the Crow, and we have to read 3 to 1. Okay, so the Crow is air. And of course it's very highly spiritual. All right, spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. The Crow has long been a symbol of magic. The Crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, for knowing the unknown. It is said that the Crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities, the past, the present, and the future. And then of course the other reality, which is all as one. The Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear, using your psychic energies. Those with Crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When they're in balance, they're psychic, strong, and clear, but when they become out of balance, they're ungrounded and hypersensitive, right? And that's when you feel really like uncomfortable inside your skin. So to bring back into balance, daily meditation practice. So it's so important if you're if you're doing regular readings, that kind of thing, is to make sure you meditate regularly to keep yourself in that 5D energy. All right, so that is the crow. And then we have 3 to 1, which is number 10, which says, there's a heavenly child in your midst. It may be within your heart, in your womb, or a glimmer in your eyes, soon to be. This child holds the key to fulfillment of a process that is happening for you now. The child might be a physical culmination of your marriage or commitment to another. It might be a symbolic birthing of a new self after a time of learning to bring male energies of protection and discernment together with female energies of feeling and creativity. Whether within yourself or in relationship with another, the child might symbolically be a new life, an improved relationship, a book, a new job, a completely renewed way of dealing with what was once a challenging issue and so will not be an issue for you anymore. Just to name, for example, from masculine to feminine child, there is now just one, a new reality dawning with grace, which that card also came up. This oracle holds a message for you. New life is upon you now. You're being reborn, and you will give birth to what is meant for you in this lifetime. There's no need to worry. Just pray with an open heart that you may be supported to fulfill your destiny. You already are, of course, but prayer can help you realize it. So again, meditation. The rest is in the loving and capable hands of the divine, and the poem reads, love is what makes the heart beat faster, the lump in my throat, the feeling of missing you so much, that I can't wait to be with you again. And then we are, and I look in your eyes deeper, and I know the unspoken words that say I love you, and feel words in return. How short each lifetime seems, but what I feel with you lasts forever. May love be the compass that guides you on the course of a lifetime. And so it is. Make sure to drink your water, get your rest, get your joy in your nature. Take a deep breath, guys. And be calm with ease and grace. Rise and be love. I'll see you soon. Get back to the race. Bye.